Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Disco Elysium. We're gonna head into the back room gym thingy and flash a flashlight around. Call it a day. Okay, so leather and sweat. That makes sense. Okay, so held. Oh, interesting. Whee. Then hold this one in my right hand. Whee. I'm an officer of the law. I'm here to arrest you. Who is this man? Alright, let's see what's going on here. Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Well, that's interesting. Oh, some weights?
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with.
I am a
them.
beast. I actually did it. Ah! Yeah! Good form. Good form.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
I am a true champion. Okay, typically you don't have the barbell rest on your knuckles, but everything else about that was pretty good.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
Good technique.
Thank you. That's what I said. Okay. I mean, I can see everything without the flashlight, but Kim said to go get the flashlight, so here we are, flashlight. Citius Fortis. I feel like that's Latin. Let me see. Let me pull up my detective Google. Citius. Is that even a Latin word? Adverb. More quickly or sooner. Ah, motto of Olympic Games. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. I guess this world has Latin. As well as English. That's the thing is, when it comes to English, I always assume that they have English because I don't know, the game that they, or this edition of the game is just in English so we understand it. I would just assume worlds like this that aren't based in our world, because I don't think this is it? Just have their own language, but it's just in English because that's how we understand it. But then when you bring Latin into it, it's always like, or other languages in general, then I'm like, well, I mean, maybe this is just a Latin adjacent, you know? What? Demijohn? Wild animal. Spooky. Play with the shadows. Airship rotors. Remind me of blades. So this is really weird. Strange yellow color. Oh, give me this money.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered
Is that an
in
elf?
sketches and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings?
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins. You
Wait,
make out autumnal candle Welkins casting wax-based magic.
Wait a minute. Do Welkins exist, or is this a fantasy?
Translucent Welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether Welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
The what?
One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine.
It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
The
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them.
The headless
purged.
man.
Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
I don't. Is this okay? So is this a fantasy thing, or is this real in the world?
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
It's gotta be fake, right? Like this is just a fantasy thing, right? Like this is someone storyboarding their novel or something.
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Okay. So it's like a D&D thing. Who are these creatures? For a moment, I thought like the world was about to open up to it's not just humans, and I got very excited. But no. Are they real?
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
One of them is a walking supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
Just
all right.
look at those details. So much effort.
Inspect the
The
photos.
photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun,
Oh,
drifting through the universe."
that sounds dangerous. Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
Keep reading.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Damn.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Notes.
Handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
What?
The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Okay.
Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Interesting. We've uncovered someone's D&D planning.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems.
Oh.
UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
For what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
So this was a D&D game with people playing over the radio with each other?
Looks like a surveillance program. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Who's the game master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
This is like early internet shit then. This is playing D&D on Twitch with your friends or something, just with minimal technology. If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara.
I'm assuming these are the players' names. The characters' names.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
The cost of Airwidth alone must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Well, that is interesting. Ah. Oh, shit. What's this? +1 to my morale.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful.
It's fake. What? Looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Crack open the
A
door.
gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Kim, it's a fridge, man.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Yeah, I'll take those. Examine the ice cream
A
wrapper.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
What's this doing here?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
True, this thing is being powered.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside the
It's
furnace.
dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs, the echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
Kim, I'm hallucinating.
Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
I want to smear my hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid. Still, it's good to have this dirt on you. Real men wear coal for makeup.
That sounds like a not good idea. I'm gonna kick away my
A
foot.
hollow ring goes
I
through the
have
furnace.
1 hit
Your
point
toe
left.
hurts.
Am I gonna die? It's a hidden doorway here. How do I... Rusty rifles above the piping, they look inoperable. Interesting.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
There's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
Most of them
Respect.
are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. An old Bell McGrave rifle, Revolutionary era, prized for its reliability more than its accuracy. The rest are probably Bell McGraves too, just too damaged to be sure.
I'm gonna take this
That's
gun.
a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Okay. What does this
Means
mean?
there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Okay. So we found a rifle. Look at the look at this gun. Oh, I can't wear it. I forgot I
An
had
intricate
this.
web of blue lines stretches across the
Oh,
torso.
okay,
It
okay,
still
okay.
kind of looks like a map of the stars. The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read it.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
In the frozen ice cream maker. Wonder who wrote that.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer.
What is film? Oh, filament memory is a picture, right?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory.
Oh,
It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Do you have an idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Well then, we're on the hunt. Maybe it's this. It's still running.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Turn the ice cream crank?
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
Try to crack open the
You
lid?
slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there,
Oh.
you can equip it to a held slot.
You slip your...
Oh, no.
If you
Equip the
We said we need something like a super pry bar. But I'll try it.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
Well, where do we get one?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition.
It's
special
important to me.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Nah. But I want to know now.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Oh, unplug the black
Something
one.
close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
Because it's black, the color of immeasurable cosmos? It's black, it's not like it's the red one.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Unplug the red
electric
one.
distribution board now has 1 cable missing. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Running into the breaker box. But it was to this one, right? It's like this shouldn't be on anymore?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you see the...
Yeah, well, that I have no idea.
Sooner or later, you will stumble.
Well, I mean, like, it shouldn't be frozen shut in just a matter of time because it's melting. What if I just have to actually wait for a while? So they said this place was cursed. I don't see any curse. Oh, this just leads out to here. Well, there's still one part of the room that I need to check. So, was this door covered in a whole bunch of stuff because this is like a reference to people thinking that Dungeons and Dragons was the devil? Is that what this is a reference to? Wait, what? Where are the clothes it used to display? I don't know. Filament memory. So if we get to a radio computer, I mean, I can either sell this. I guess I can still sell it, but if we get to a computer, I can read what was on it. Slipstream. Take that. Ooh. Puddle of melting snow? I mean, someone's up here, right?
The curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney.
Knock on it.
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knock on it harder.
Still nothing. No one's home.
Knock even harder. Uh-oh.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
Help?
Yeah. Screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it worse. Oh God, it's painful.
Try to remain conscious.
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
What? Okay, well that's gonna do it for this episode, everybody. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. We'll continue on. I'll just have to probably just play through this part again and just collect all of the stuff. Take care, everybody.